You're joining us with Ben Elliott and Jack Ryan for training on Thursday night. Thanks for joining us, guys. So first of all, I wanted to check, have you watched the Goal of the Month competition for November?
Every month, yeah.
Yeah, every month. Did you vote for the winner? Would you agree with those?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think you have to.
It was a ridiculous goal. Like, fair play to him. Just took it so well.
Yeah. Surprising one, or?
I've never seen him do it in training before, so when it went in, I was a bit. Look, I was on the bench, so I had some amazing view of it, but I'm happy he got it.
Yeah.
Deserved it.
So you've had 15 goals this season, I think, Ben. Jack, you're yet to get off the mark, but do you fancy your chances of getting a Goal of the Month perhaps this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've had a couple that were just not lucky, but average goals, so hopefully I can get some more long distance sort of finishes in.
Yeah, but speaking of good goals, I think last season, Ben, was probably West's most memorable goal of the season when we played Bury at home. I think for most West fans, that's probably like the first time you really got everyone's attention. Like, can you just tell us a little bit about that goal and the day and the feeling behind it? Like, what was that like for you?
That was just mental. I remember the day so clearly. I don't remember the goal at all, but I just remember as soon as I watched the ball go in and then just sprang to the fans. And I think most people got to the fans before me somehow, which was the more impressive thing. But I just love that.
It kind of seemed like you didn't know what to do with yourself. You were like
running
in all sorts of directions.
I just can't believe it went in when I did that. I was just so amazed because I got the ball on the edge of the box, and then I think I just ran, and then I eventually realised the keeper was out because I couldn't hear anyone screaming shoot. And then I took the shot and it went in, and I just went mental.
Yeah, the footage for that's really good as well.
I know,
camera
angles, There's so many different camera angles.
Yeah,
as well,
exactly,
thing,
for the BBC being there. So you got your goal on BBC. Were you there that day, Jack?
Yeah, I was watching it from the stands. I was right behind it.
Did you back him to score?
Yeah, of course. Always back him. That's great.
So, Jack, how's the injury? You've been missing for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been a few months actually now.
Yeah.
Been struggling with my ankle, but it's basically all right now. Getting back into it. So yeah.
We're expecting to see you in the squad again soon.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about how you joined up with West? Like, what's your link with kind of this squad and coaching?
It's the same with a lot of us really. We used to be at Oldie with Chris, and when Chris came over, he brought a lot of the players with us. Told us about how great the club was and what he wanted to do with it and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was a great project.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff was he saying to you? Like, what sold the club to you both?
Well, a lot of it was the fans actually. He told me about the fans. It's also very local. It's local for me anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Not sure about a lot of the lads, but yeah, it's very local for me. The league, just all the ideas and the way they wanted to improve and progress. So yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Was that really different, like for both of you? Had you played in front of like big crowds before?
Not really, no. The league we used to play at wasn't too high level. Wasn't great pitches or anything. Yeah.
The Cheshire League. Yeah.
So this was definitely a step up, but one we wanted to make.
Awesome. So like, I think Jack, I think a lot of people see you as a bit of a kind of cult hero for West. You're like, is it fair to say you kind of don't like the limelight so much? You're not one that's always kind of always front and centre for West.
A bit, yeah.
Are you happy with that, or do you feel like there's West's? There's time to shine going to come.
I think that's kind of me, but it kind of reflects how I play. I guess I'm not the most selfish player. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I'm not here to get all the highlights and all the glory stuff.
I think like one of the things that makes you kind of noticeable as a player is you've kind of got the skills, and the way you play football, it's not always the way that you kind of expect people to play in the North West counties. Like, is that something that you found, like you've been able to bring from like youth football or like uni football, that like most people when they get to the counties they're just like big and strong and tough tackling, and you've kind of got something else?
I guess there's something like that. Yeah. I guess the way that I play, I do look kind of relaxed and a bit lethargic sometimes, and but it's just the way I've always played. I guess I like being on the ball.
Yeah. Do you model yourself on any players like that?
Pele.
Yeah. No, not Pele. That's a bit.
You've definitely got that like number 10 kind of swagger.
Yeah, exactly. Like Fabregas, Iniesta, players like that.
Yeah.
Amazing. So if I was anything like that, then
yeah, and a lot of the players when we talk about them will say like, who's the best player in training, who do you think's got like the most talent in the squad, and like your name comes up. So I'm guessing like a lot of stuff happens at training where you're like embarrassing the likes of Heathcote and Dibble with some skills.
Whenever I can, whenever I can, But there's a few of us that do that.
Yeah, amazing. So like for both of you, kind of going from like youth football, Old Team Reserve, Cheshire League into like counties football, like what is the biggest kind of shock for you, or if there is a shock, like what do you think you've had to kind of learn, or in that time?
I think a lot of players are older, so they're clever and they know the game, and like they know how to get in your head, and they'll pinch you at corners and stuff like that. So you don't really expect it, but I think it's just trying to mature as well, and just especially being on my own front, I've got to be the number 9. I've got to hold the ball up, and that's like the biggest thing. So just getting stronger and just being more clever on the ball and trying to keep possession and not lose it's the big thing.
So it seems kind of like if you look back to that very game and that like to now, it's like you're kind of a totally different player with like the skills that you've got now. Like you've got all those old skills, but the new ones as well. Is that from kind of the coaching, or is that from experience, or a bit of both?
I think it's more from the coaching. I think back when I was younger, I was just, as a number 9, I just always in behind, just never really wanted to feed. If I could go get through one-on-one with the keeper, it'd be a lot easier than having to like lay it back and then move. But now I think, as I've really grown to understand the game more, I think holding it up, just I can bring in so many more players. Like if I can just set Jack and he can go to the wings and I can get in the box, it works so much better.
Do you feel like now you finish a game and know that you've had like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 game and you've not gotten the score sheet?
I do respect well. When I don't score, it does niggle away at me a little bit. I will be a bit, even if we win, I'll be happy, but I will be a little bit, like, because it does eat away at me a bit. But if I can help the boys, like making runs and holding the ball, I know I can do my part and help us win.
As like the younger players in the squad, do you feel like you get a lot of like stick when the team's not playing well? Is it like, are you the first ones to get hammered at half time and stuff? Or?
No, I don't think so. I think anyone can get it, really. It depends how the game goes. Yeah.
Anyone can get it. It can go anywhere.
Who's like Western? Say Western losing at half time. Who's the loudest in the changing room?
Well, there's probably a few. I mean, Sam's the captain, so obviously he has the right to. AJ's fairly loud.
I think it's just where AJ is as well in net.
Yeah,
like, he can't really say what he wants because in net in the game. So in the half time he has all these points he wants to make.
So it's like saved it all up.
Yeah.
Amazing. So Jack, your name comes up in training. I think Dibble and Sam were saying about how you can give them nightmares in training with your pace as well, Ben. Like for you guys, who do you not like facing from the West team?
I'll let you go first in this one.
Who do I not like facing?
Who's not going to help the injury tonight?
Gav. I don't like facing Gav because he can just run for days, and that's always difficult to play against.
Trains how he plays.
Yeah, he does, and he can do everything really. Gav's difficult. Yeah, I mean a few of the physical ones as well. Sam's big, and Dell, Dibble. Yeah, they're all difficult to play against.
And then you've got your other ones like Jack, Zeke, Dante. Like you just like even in the training games when we're just doing like attackers versus defenders, and then they're just so skillful. Like you just have to give up so early because they're like by the time they've turned, you're over there and they're gone. And then again, you have like people like Connor and Tink, who are just so clever as well. Like if you touch them, they're just straight on the floor, not foul. So it's a bit of a.
I feel like you learn a little bit from everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone's got something to bring to the team, so there is a lot of different play styles as well.
Yeah, and like in your position, Jack, there's a lot of competition as well, isn't there? How does that?
Yeah, no, that's great as well. Yeah. I mean, it obviously pushes all of us. Yeah. There's Ray, who's amazing, isn't he? So that's always trying to improve my game to be on his level. Obviously Harry Kane's just coming as well. Yeah. Who's another great player. So yeah, it's great to have the competition, and it's great to be honest. I don't see them as competition entirely because I know I could play with them if I have to. I can play with. So, I mean, we could do different stuff in midfield, so yeah.
He's talking himself into defensive midfield.
Yeah, I can do it. But I think it's great just to play with them really. So.
Yeah, awesome. What's your favourite thing about playing for West? Just a simple question.
The fans are amazing because the banners, like even just if you forget the song, just the banners, the passion, like everything they bring, it's just like because even when we're losing, like I notice it a lot, especially like when something doesn't go well for someone, like fans will sing for them, and it will pick them up so well, which is just a massive thing.
What was it like when you first heard your song?
I was taken back. I think my mum and dad just started videoing it, send it to all the family group chats. But I think it does like properly spur you on, it like motivates you to just do well because you've got people who are backing you and believing you, which is a big thing.
Yeah. Do you feel like like people you meet, mates who've not been down to West, like fully get what the team is that you kind of play for? Do they kind of still think you're playing in front of no one in like Cheshire League and you're trying to explain no to West? It's kind of I've got a song, I've got flags.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think it's quite, but I've got a few that do actually know about it because I've got a few from Chorlton, and they appreciate it. And but it gets, I don't know, my dad loves it. My dad loves it's proper like day out for him now. Going down to West, and it gets like the rest of the family down and stuff. So.
Well, let's hope you get back in the team for him as well. Right, we'll let you go off to training before it's too late. But thanks for your time, lads. That's great.
Great, cheers.
Thank you.